LaSer UK is a financial company. We look after store cards, credit cards and loans for a number of providers. So we've got about 800 staff across 2 sites, Solihull and Belfast, and previously certain training we had to give people, particularly for the financial side of things, the compliance side of things, reading, and they would have a manual and they have certain sections to read through, and it could be anything from 1 page up to 20-30 pages. So you'd have 800 staff all reading independently and signing to say they've read the information. Yeah, we moved from Moodle to Totara because we found that with Moodle there were restrictions. We could do so much in terms of setting up the training for people. What we found was that initially we'd done the actual module, and then we had to do the assessment separately because the reports weren't coming through as correctly. And one of the solutions that Totara would give us would be that we could actually have the module and the assessment together, and the response would be more accurate. So that was one of the reasons. Another reason was to make sure that the managers could pull off reports in real time, because at the moment we've had to, at the beginning of the month and mid-month, one of our team pulls off a report of everybody who's done e-learning in that month and what percentages they've got. And it's helped because before it would take 2 hours to do that each time, twice a month. And with Totara, managers will be able to log in themselves and pull the information off real time whenever they want to. So it will speed up efficiencies. I suppose in terms of previously, the one area that was a risk to the business was, do we really know people have understood what they've read from a compliance perspective? And although they were signing to say they had read it, there was no way of knowing had they actually understood it, had they really read it. Whereas this way, now you know that somebody's read it, because first of all you can see that somebody has read it, the system shows you that, and also you know that they've done the assessment and you've got a pass mark for them, or if they don't pass they can redo it again. We are having more and more people from operations saying, could you put this on e-learning for us? And we're getting more interest from people in the businesses. They're starting to see some of the things that it could do to save them time, manage resources better, because scheduling people off to come for briefings or training sessions, which may be quite short, is quite a lot of organisation. We get feedback on each module, so people can leave feedback if they want to, and that's really helpful, because when we then prepare for the next module we can listen to the feedback and take on board what people have said. It's all about the end user understanding, it being plain English, it making sense, it being interactive. And to translate information that can be a bit dry into something like that is a challenge. So when people do give us, why don't you do this, or that was good, that helps us to know as a good measure of success. We've recently had a project where we're moving over to 2010 on Office, and we've had a number of people from the business who are what we call ambassadors. So they're the people who are going to be the first person to test it for their department. So all those people have had their training, and so we've set up the forum so that they can then hear, as people go live on 2010, what's the experience like, what challenges are they facing. And as a forum, it saves, instead of 10 people asking the same question, one person asks the question, one answer comes in, but everybody hears it, even if you didn't know it was going to be a question you would have. So that has been really useful to set that up. We had a number of companies that initially we sat down with to find out what they would offer, and we'd never used e-learning before as a business. I personally had never used e-learning in terms of setting it up. I'd been an end user, so it was very much a new aspect for us. Personally and as a business. So we had a number of providers come and talk to us about what their solution would be. We even considered having companies designing the modules for us. But what we liked when we spoke to MindClick was the opportunity of being able to manage it ourselves, to be able to create the content, to be able to edit that content ourselves.